You're tuned into the Blur Spot Podcast.
Pray how they got that. What's up, world? Welcome to another edition of the Blur Spot Podcast. I'm your host, Junes88, Crystal Bay and the homie Kid Phantom. We're back once again with episode 2 of season 3. We had the boy Keenan Baker on the show last week. Dude came.
Episode 1.
Hella love.
Big shout out to him. Big shout out to him.
And like,
so God, go check him out. He got shows, like he said the last episode. Make sure y'all check out his Instagram.
And also
Keenan Baker.
Go ahead. And he's also on Tony Baker's and Friends. That's on Amazon. You can check that out. Funny dude. He has his own comedy special, Might Need Therapy. That's on Apple Podcast, on iTunes. You can stream it. And yeah, y'all, how y'all feeling on this Sunday? How's everybody?
You know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? It's Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Shout out to fam.
This ain't deadbeat baby daddy day. This is Father's Day.
And shout out to all. Never mind.
We real fathers out here. I got 3, and I take care of all 3 of mine.
And happy Father's Day to you, especially our own Kid Phantom with the children.
We need to change his name from Kid Phantom to Got Kids Phantom.
I got too many kids, Phantom. I'm playing.
I got 3. There's a lady out there with 8. Okay.
No, he got a.
And they
he
got 3 sets of twins.
He ain't pulling the Nick Cannon and having fucking.
Here you go. He didn't got a promotion and just went records. Like, baby, we're gonna have some more. He gonna have a compound. He got that promotion. Yes.
Look, I only have
afford 7.
The Lord said, "Have as many kids as your income can take care of."
And,
that's what
and you doing pretty good, huh, sir? You're doing pretty good.
More. But also, because you know, we record on typically Sundays and we upload that following Tuesday. So it is Sunday, it is Father's Day. And yesterday was a holiday I've been celebrating all my life since way before people decided they want to capitalize off of it.
Now, I'm going to ask about that Juneteenth.
But hold on, let me finish for you. So happy Juneteenth to all my brothers and sisters out there, because, you know, we Black every day, but we blackity black on Juneteenth.
Real spill.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go here and say it.
Okay, go ahead.
If you really want to make Juneteenth the proper holiday, give every Black person off and make every white person go to work.
Facts.
That's damn right.
Because it's something about white people getting off on a holiday that's only something that Black people can celebrate because it only affected Black people. It just don't sit well in my spirit. It just don't. No offense to any white person, but
because they get off on MLK Day also. How come we can't have a Malcolm X Day while we at it?
He was too militant. Even though he wasn't militant, I don't understand why they describe him as that. But their description is he was too militant. So he don't fit the image they try to portray. Like, that's why they always quote the one quote from Dr. King, but never finish it, because if they finish the quote, they would see he wasn't on nonviolent like they try to say.
Now, about Juneteenth, I've been seeing posts saying, did we really win as Black folk?
No.
Because there's so many things that all this other stuff is getting.
Wait. They skipped reparations. They skipped the anti-Black hate bill. They skipped all of that, and they just decided to take a giant leap towards Juneteenth.
I mean, like, that's all I'm saying.
Juneteenth is basically, here, niggas, shut the fuck up.
It's
like, in the words of D.L. Hughley, we asked for justice and they gave us a holiday.
I ain't saying what they think.
Sound like history repeating itself with that Martin Luther King bit.
I'm just saying, like, people been asking, did we win? I'm like, I ain't even.
We didn't.
Like,
we didn't get a bill. We got a holiday.
Asians got a bill though.
We didn't get a bill, and yet.
My thing is, this the only hate I have for Asians. I don't hate y'all as in like derogatory hate. I'm hating that y'all got a bill before I did.
Yeah, we just being haters. You know, we don't hate. We just hating the fact that you got a bill and before we did. Like, maybe we need to get with y'all and see what did y'all do differently that we obviously haven't done. Because maybe y'all did something different.
I'm gonna tell you what they did different. They was born to have skin that doesn't pose a threat to them.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it. I was just, shouting out.
I
I'm not
have
trying to
no
run all the
problem.
followers away.
Y'all can come and attack me on my personal page at AFanMC on Instagram all you want.
No,
'Cause I
but
got
real
time. I'm
spill,
off during the summertime. I got time.
though, they gave us a holiday before they made lynching illegal because it's not illegal in some states still. It's not federally illegal because if it was, there would be a federal bill on it. But
Woo,
that's
they
not what we're here.
like us at this
That's
episode.
not what we're here.
Woo,
That's not what we're here.
They ain't gonna like us now. This,
Let's talk about why we're here because I can get on soapbox talk all day.
like I said, we hope y'all still love us after this episode. But anywho, let's get to the. Hey,
If you don't love us, then you just can't handle the truth, and that is what it is. They gave us a holiday that we can't even teach about in Texas, in 15 states actually. You can't even teach why it's a holiday.
like I said, never mind.
I don't know.
Anywho.
Maybe they'll put it on the curriculum next year when I'm a teacher.
Hell no.
They not. They're gonna be like
Juneteenth.
It's just when the union of the South, they decided to give their slaves a promotion.
That ain't even what it is. That's what sucks about it. It's when they finally decide, well, we got 2 extra years of work out of y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all been free slave. Y'all been free 2 years, and we just
even more in depth to that. The slaves in Texas didn't find out till 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, and even after they told them, "Hey guys, you're free," they still didn't free them for another 2 months because they wanted them to finish out the harvest season. I learned that today from my best friend. So I was
wait. Before we let y'all go, can y'all finish unloading these trucks real quick, Sean?
Basically.
We're gonna be free tomorrow, right?
You work all day. See, look, white people, they get fired early on in the day. They come in like, "Hey, you ain't got no job here, but let me give you this letter of recommendation." Black people will come in there, bust ass all day long, go to the end of the shift and like, "Hey, you ain't got no job here no more. So see you later."
I mean, that's basically what they did.
Anything you hear in this podcast, Disney or otherwise, let it know you heard it here first. There's going to be some spoilers located in this podcast. And
you could chunk a deuce if you haven't already after that beat. But you could chunk a deuce if you don't want to hear no spoilers. We talking about Loki episode 2 if you ain't seen it. Oh well.
And I got a special treat for those out there. If you can't see my name, it says TVA location will be revealed from my head.
And
I'm a variant.
My auntie is Agent Hunter B-15. She with the stuff. She with it. She took the blades from my boy Loki. Like, I think not. You just gonna get it.
She been with the Isha's Lovecraft country, y'all.
Dude, she came out the gate with the smoke with my boy Loki. He gave it the lick. Like, he's feeling that in real time. You know how bad that gotta feel if you get hit and you moving slow, but you feeling all that in real time and you falling slow.
Like you're falling slow, but you feel everything in real time.
It's like getting hit. Like
damn.
That's like getting punched by Mike Tyson and feeling like you getting hit by him 3 more times and he only hit you once.
Why you got it? But yeah, she with the bomb diggity. But yo, episode 2 opens up straight gangster. No, before that, how do y'all feel about the whole Infinity Stone thing? Like how do y'all feel about that? I don't think we got to talk about that last episode. Like they're used
the Infinity Stone bit. I mean, that just means time is a greater power than all. I mean, even when he had the Infinity Stones, I think the most useful Infinity Stone to him was the Time Stone.
My
If it
thing,
wasn't for that, he would have never got the Mind Stone.
True.
I rather, but I think it's like, but the cool thing about it, Phantom spoke about it in season 1, about it don't matter about them stones because those stones not gonna work in another universe. So those stones and they're not gonna work on 6 Earth 999. They're not gonna work.
They might. They might.
It'll work on those. It won't work in like say DC Universe or Naruto.
But they
version.
no, I was watching some stuff. They said those stones won't work. They only connect to where they came from, so they wouldn't work where Loki's on that timeline. Because
I mean, if that was true, then Loki's powers wouldn't work in an alternate timeline, and they still do.
Uh-huh.
I mean, unless the rules for the Infinity
Everything
Stones.
that you guys are saying is tied into my theory.
Okay, what's up? What's your theory?
Now let's talk about let's get.
Okay,
Let's
I
do
guess not
episode.
talk about your theory because somebody vetoed it.
No, we got to talk about. We just can't jump into the crazy part. You know he's gonna get winded anyway, so we got to like break down our thoughts on episode 2.
So I was watching it with my best friend earlier today, and she asked the question, which I thought was very interesting.
What's the question?
Because he kept saying, "When am I going to meet the timekeepers?" And my best friend was like, "What if there is no timekeeper?
You know what?
Oh, there's
What if it's what if
Damn thing.
maybe in the comic book, but what if in this, like, what if the timekeepers are already dead?" And so I branched it off further and said, "Hey, what if they're already dead?" She was like, "What if they never existed in the first place? Maybe they just created this image because people need a higher power to understand things."
See,
I like it.
before Phantom goes off on this rip, I asked the question also to piggyback. Was the time who came first, the time variance or the eternal? Like they in a pocket of where the time plays no role, but the Eternals been here since the beginning of time. But if they're the timekeepers, they know about past, present, and future. So who was here first?
Timekeepers were first. Eternals were here around the same time. Eternals was probably the ones that the timekeepers was fighting off to save the timeline. You never know. I mean, they were both here at the same time.
But who created them?
Who, the Eternals? Celestials, I think.
But see,
But who created the variants? I'm not the variants, but the timekeepers.
but then that would go back to
Timekeepers might be Celestials. You never know. Stay tuned for phase 4.
True.
Oh, speaking of phase 4, I hear that they say Fantastic Four gonna end off phase 4. So that's all I'm hearing. But back to Loki, that's all I'm saying. I ain't hear that from me. But that's a good question. I mean, I hear a lot of people. I've been hearing a lot of people say there probably no timekeeper, and baby girl that's holding it down is just a pawn. Like she don't even know who they are. Or something.
You talking about the judge?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the judge's boyfriend is, right? Or
Kane.
Yeah, Kane the Conqueror. Boy had his own statue in her office.
He did.
But see, they say the cartoon version of the help me.
Judge.
The judge looks like Kane.
Sorry.
I'm trying to call him by the right name.
It's like when your mama forget your name and call you by your sibling's name. Boy, what's your name?
Exactly. I'm trying to be political. I ain't want to offend the comic book nerds. So
the fanboys, they're so easily offended.
Some pompous ass, tight ass some bastards.
I hate this is totally off topic, but I really do hate fanboys, and we'll talk about it after we're done with Loki.
But yeah,
they fanboys.
But the cartoon of him looks just like King of the Conqueror, like splitting like everybody. He kind of looks like, oh boy, I noticed it, but you know how you notice something, you don't want I'm just tripping. Then somebody else say, okay, maybe I'm not tripping. More people, okay, I'm not tripping. So I'm like, all right. But maybe there is no. Maybe Kane the Conqueror is the whole thing because there's multiples of him. So like,
I'm gonna just be honest. I don't trust the judge.
I don't trust either.
I don't trust none of them.
I don't trust him, and I don't trust home dude. The only person I trust is homegirl back here because she's the only one go by the book.
She took
Right.
my
I trust him.
away from him.
Even though he's a god of mischief. He tried to tell them.
Right.
He's like, look here, I'm telling you, I want to bring this dude with me because he the only one that believe in me. She was like, now, I'll take him. Look, trying to tell you.
And the cold part about it, I don't think nobody paid attention. I think they dropped some hard Easter egg, not Easter eggs, some hard Easter eggs. I think Loki pulled a fast one already. She said, what did you do? I dropped myself off. And then I think after he picked Mobius's pocket, Loki up to something. He gonna do something slick. And I think he's already done. I think like, yo, I can slip away. Cause he already said he can make copies of himself. He already said, then
They already said there's more than just those two Loki variants.
And then
one of the variants has killed another Loki variant.
You really think he just gonna play by the book? Come on, man.
And see, they gonna treat him like he just betrayed them, but I don't think he betrayed them because I truly feel like he wants to know what this other Loki has planned because let's face it, Loki has a freaking ego. And he's not gonna let anyone else upstage him, let alone another him.
And then
let alone another female.
Yeah. For the bastards in the back, the chauvinist sons of bitches. Oh, why I gotta be a woman? Why I gotta? Oh, yeah, there go Marvel with the pushing that female agenda.
The character Loki is based off the Norse character Loki, who is a shapeshifter and has been a male, female, a female horse, and other types of animals.
Female agenda.
Like, how do you think he has a wolf son?
Female agenda. They think they're pushing.
He has the wolf son from
I'm just saying, like he can.
He's shapeshifting. He's actually gotten pregnant and had a child.
That's
Norse mythology.
That's you know what?
He was the mayor. He was a mayor and got pregnant.
I don't even want to, you know what?
Wow. But I'm with you, June. They gonna try to say, oh, Marvel's
they already said it. They already said it.
It ain't no female agenda. Like we knew female Loki was gonna be in the show when they showed us the preview. So why is anyone that?
Well, see, I think people was hoping because when I first saw the trailer, I never thought female Loki. I'm like, that because the way the light was hitting, is that another version of Black Widow from another? Okay, Marvel switched some stuff like my probably no, maybe that's Lady Loki, because I ain't whatever. Them like, all right, cool. That's I guess that's cool. I ain't got nothing against it.
I mean, on the file they was looking at says Loki Laufey's daughter.
Yes.
They see what they want to see.
If y'all want to borrow my glasses,
fanboys are trash. They're whack, and they need a life.
Because
Fight me.
I don't go deep into comic books like that, so I'm not familiar with everything. I can admit it. So I wasn't too up on Lady Loki. So when they brought, okay, because I've seen her pictures a few times. All right, cool. So they're doing it. I had no issue with it. But
comic book wise, I'm gonna be real with you, June. I'm like you. I don't really know much about Loki because I mean, honestly, he was never someone I was interested in. I would say the MCU has made me more interested in him as a whole.
Yeah, it's like
because he's pretty interesting. I will give him that.
Yeah, like I said last week, in Thor Ragnarok, which I believe is arguably top 3 best MCU films, they got a whole bunch of stuff comic book inaccurate, and it still turned out great.
I don't think people like us, I could say like us because not a lot of us, not saying blurs, not saying nerds, I'm saying people in general, don't take this, excuse my language, shit that seriously. It don't fucking matter. It's just because people got to understand that The MCU and the comic books are two different things. They said that we take pieces and make it, we flip it and all that. Marvel was a man in the comics, woman in Captain Marvel. They hated that. These people don't get it. Like, just watch the goddamn show, please. Just
I mean, they hated the ancient one.
It did.
Wait,
Yeah,
now,
I know this. I know this
But they said
fanboys
they did that
really.
in order to have the movie published overseas, But you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
I really feel like this goes back to my soapbox against fanboys. Look,
I'll tell
fanboys are so used to everything being male, male, male. And not just that, they're so used to everything being white male that when anybody changes anything slightly, because inclusion is important. Some of us want to see people that look like us too. We don't want to continue to see a white male. Get over yourself. Period.
And
The world don't revolve around you, even though you think you do.
She said it. She said it.
And y'all leave Michael B. Jordan alone and let him be the Black Superman that he about to be.
Man, see, that's gonna be so worth.
Not only as long as he is he actually plays the Black Superman and not Kal-El, because I'm sorry.
He's gonna be Kal-El because there's a Black Kal-El in the comics.
But for me, Kal-El, I'm sorry, Warner Brothers, you fucking dropped the ball, because Henry Cavill was the perfect Kal-El. And
yeah, but there's also a Black Kal-El. I mean, he's Superman, and his initials are like his name is like Calvin Ellison or something like that. So it's Kal-El.
Which is cool and all. I just, I feel like, and it's nothing against Michael B. Jordan at all. I just really hate that Warner Brothers messed up with Henry like they did, because his physique, his look, everything about him screams Superman.
My thing is how you come.
He also screams Dr. Doom, so Henry Cavill. I'm just saying. MCU, where it's at, make it happen.
But
and I can add you to my list of MCU's daddies.
All right, okay. So what do we do with Michael B. Jordan now that if he becomes Superman, they Marvel like, yo, we need you back, Playboy.
He can go back.
He's gonna get double the money.
Ain't like
he clearly wasn't on the contract of not appearing in another movie.
But if they wanted to bring him back, would he take? Do you think he would?
No, he's under contract. He's supposed to be in like 3 or 4 movies.
No, I mean with Marvel.
Yeah.
I gotta say, how they pulled this John off. But my thing is this:
we never seen a body.
Never seen a body. We said that theory season 1.
I mean, they say the same thing with Tony Stark, but they say they burned him, cremated him. They say
who said that?
Spread his ashes.
Pepper ain't say that.
Nigga, I heard that. Like
Morgan ain't say that.
What's up?
I said Morgan ain't say that. Pepper ain't say it. Happy ain't say it.
Hey,
this is the first time I'm hearing this theory. Like, who said it?
That's why I say they say they
can't say it.
Because that would have been all over the place if it was confirmed.
You can't say it.
I can't. If I'll find a video, I'll send it to you. I'll send it
all
to
right.
you.
Because it's Tony Stark. Everything he did was big. Just because he went into kind of a reclusive life later on, I mean, he's too big of a name.
Kanye in Wyoming.
But he was too big of a name. Do you think they didn't? Like, I don't know. The fact that you don't see a body, you don't even see it. Like, all you see is them having a memorial.
And floating a heart in the ocean, which he didn't need anymore after movie number 1.
And but like I say, with this, but I get here. What was he saying? Loki. I really want to know. She dropped a hammer on him. She let the chopper fly. Like, yo, don't call me Loki, bruh. I'm about to let these little joints drop.
That should call me Randy.
So where do you think she sent them?
To different timelines, just to cause chaos, probably erase different timelines. Because them
Who knows? They probably went to Carl's Jr. and got a burger.
So,
Uh,
do you think this plays a part in the multiverse of madness?
possibly.
Yes.
Possibly.
Because this is complete madness, what just happened. The timeline's branching like some
Crazy.
bangs.
But see, somebody said it best. If all this happened, where are the timekeepers when Cap went back in time? Like him and like
In the words of the judge, that was supposed to happen.
like that was so that was a
But
point.
why? So was it supposed to happen because the timekeepers deemed it okay to happen? Is that
Because
it was
somebody
supposed to happen because when Cap went back in time, Cap was replacing what was taken from that timeline. So it was literally like Bruce Banner got the stone, right? As soon as he left, basically when the Ancient One turns around, Captain America showing up, hey, here's your stone back.
But plot twist, so he goes back. What does he go back after he crashes into the water or before? Because if she know her man went into the water, you come back. How do you explain that? And two, this is the question I asked a buddy of mine. Now, when you go back and watch the first Captain America, she was talking about her husband, right? And they Marvel like, yo, we never really answered that question we wanted to go back to. We never really said who her husband was. So now you go back to that point in time. He spends his life with Peggy, like Nick, like bruh, like
who actually said he spent his life with Peggy? He just went back and got that dance that he owed her.
Man, you really think he went back?
You think this man just went back to get a dance? No, he went back to clap them cheeks.
Hey, say language.
I see what you did there. I'm just saying it don't make sense. Nothing makes sense, right? It's like that. But
I don't think anything is going to make sense really until after we see the multiverse of madness.
Because they're saying that there's no timekeeping and they're just making up stuff as they go along. So, like, if she said that was supposed to happen, you weren't supposed to go. She said you were not supposed to stay, not to go. You're supposed to stay in your timeline. So, if everything went back the way they said it was, he went back, got his dance, got a new shield, brought that back. Like nothing makes sense.
Shield.
So question.
It's the same shield.
This is really bugging me.
Talk to me.
With Loki. If he left that timeline, now Loki from that timeline has disappeared. How did he die at the hands of Thanos? Is it another timeline branch, or
I think
like does the main time? Because I mean, he left from the main timeline.
But I think it goes like this. I think this
maybe variants are just copies.
No, I think it's like this. Because it already happened. And you can't undo what's already happened. So when they went back, it just went back to that point. Damn, that's a good ass shit. I think you got me on that.
I really want to know, like, if he left that timeline, yes, his death already happened. But if they went back to before he died, and then he left that timeline before he could die,
that would make everything invalid.
Like,
right?
So I mean, I really don't understand how they're doing time travel.
Wait a minute,
because it don't make sense to me.
And I think I might have that answer.
You know what?
Okay, let's hear it.
I hate you for this, Phantom. You got me. You didn't. No.
So here's my theory.
Talk to me.
The city located in the quantum realm is the TVA.
That's the real TVA.
So after going back and looking at a couple movies, I just realized in episode 1, when Loki had asked him how does time work here at the TVA, it's just in Owen Wilson's character, Mobius, he basically said time works different. It's the exact same line that Ant-Man had told them after he got out the quantum realm It's like, I thought I was in there for 5 minutes. It's been 5 years. Right? It's the same thing Lost Mom said, time works different in the quantum realm. So I'm thinking that small city in the back, it looked like it has some of the similar structures of the TVA. So I think the TVA is located in the quantum realm because time works different there. It might have been the whole time that they've been in the TVA, that they might have already found out a way to put this Loki currently back into that timeline to get captured. We don't know yet, but I believe the TVA is located in the quantum realm.
I can see that, but that don't explain how Owen Wilson, Mr. Mobius, got a jet ski magazine. Like, bruh, and what in Miss Minutes, like people like, yo, is she real? Is she
bring anything they want with them to the quantum realm?
But why a jet ski magazine? People like really focus on that jet ski magazine.
Okay,
I mean,
so,
not that it made me nothing. Was like
maybe he left the quantum realm, found out he liked jet skis, brought the magazine with him. You got to remember, they traveled through the quantum realm just to bring stones back to their time.
But do they bring the stone back, or do the people come back with the stone?
People were coming back with the stone, so he could come back with a jet ski magazine, can't he?
Yeah,
the stones are way more powerful than that jet ski magazine.
The judge had what was it, a Kennedy High School pen,
right?
And then, if we go back to the first episode, nobody understands. I still don't get how she picked up that the Tesseract. Bare hand.
Don't work in the quantum realm.
There's no power to it.
No, when she was outside, like when she went to get Loki, he dropped it and she picked it up. She touched it before she went in. We saw Nick Fury burn his hand. We saw Red Skull get demolished. We see what happened to old girl in Guardians of the Galaxy when she touching Infinity, so she got obliterated. So how did she pick that?
Maybe because I'm going back to my theory. Maybe because the TVA is in the quantum realm, they had time to perfect. Maybe that's why they got all those Infinity Stones. They had time to perfect their gear to allow them to touch the Infinity Stones outside of the quantum realm.
I got it. Because it's weird because people just got like they was in that mother. This passing around like a
paperweight.
Man, when he said that low key heart broke. So like he was
yeah, they got lots of these here.
But you see, he pocketed that time stone. He picked it. I don't think he put it back. I think he kept it in his pocket just to say keep it just in case the shit go down. Like, yo, I got this.
Honestly, if I'm Loki, I'm pocketing each one of them. Because
if they don't work, can I have them?
Right. And my thing is, everybody knows Loki's going to escape. The original gauntlet is in Asgard.
But the thing about it is,
and all Loki want to do is rule the universe. Well, 2012 Loki, not the Loki that got his neck snapped.
But that's like I said, they say we get a Loki season 2.
The Loki that's neck snaps that the sun shall rise on Asgard.
That's my question. Do you think this Loki gonna pop up on Thor like, hey brother, Loki, but I'm back, motherfucker. Like, all right. And it'd be no, Tom. It'd be the corniest moment in Marvel. The sun be coming up, and Loki walk past them. Brother, told you the sun will shine on us again. This mother, doom, Thor, love and thunder.
Times I'm gonna have to warn you, and you actually die.
Because that's the only death you can bring back. Because you just can't bring back Tony Stark out of nowhere. Like hey, I'm back.
You can.
I would wait to bring Stark back at least phase 6. We gotta miss him a little more.
Phase 5. What you mean phase 6? That might be in 20 years.
Yeah, phase 5 is the next 4 years.
I mean, like I said, you just can't bring him back because you can bring Cap back, but you just can't bring Iron Man back. Like you just died a movie.
You can bring Cap back over Iron Man
because he died to save the world.
People don't understand. Cap is still alive. He just retired. Oh
yeah, Because the only reason I say you bring one of those guys back, it gotta be like for a serious moment. Like you need the smoke. But by that time you gonna have Reed Richards, the smartest.
What if they brought back Robert Downey Jr. like for a little cameo in like Loki season 2 as a variant?
That would be hilarious.
Because he finds out he's gonna die somehow, and he decides he don't want to die.
That'd be hilarious.
But yo, I want to ask a question.
A good way to bring them in.
You know what? I got one question. I don't think nobody thought about this. Do you think when Iron Man, Mr. Stark, found out time travel, do you think he tried it once before he told everybody to do it? Do you think he like, yo, let me see if this stuff really worked before?
He didn't have the rest of the machine.
But he figured out how to do it. So you just gonna, I'm gonna build a machine.
He figured out how to stabilize it, but he didn't have the rest of the machine.
Next question.
Machine was stuck with everybody else. Hulk stabilized it.
So, okay, next question. If you go back, somebody pointed out in that battle, see like, yo, sometime when you mess with time, it tends to push back. So they saying that Stark knows something like, yo, this, we gonna win, but this made the ramifications ain't gonna be too good. And that's why I said when Doctor Strange went through all those timelines to see which one they would win at, do you think he went beyond the win? Like, yo, we won, but let me see what's gonna happen after this. I don't think he just stopped. Okay, we win, that's it. I think he knows more than what he says he knows. Cause I'm like, you really think you
Strange knows everything up until his death. Because as the Sorcerer Supreme, you can see beyond time up until you die.
That's my point. So, do you think when he got the victory win, all right, let me see what else gonna happen after this. He know the ramifications. You know he not, yo, this damn.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Did he die?
Who? Strange?
Strange.
In Endgame?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he did.
So he's not dead. He's gonna see up until his death. If he would have died in Endgame, that's where his vision would have stopped. I think he's seen past that. He's seen the win, right?
Because he didn't die.
In all honesty, I think he's seen the win and the ramifications afterwards. I think there was multiple wins, but certain wins had horrible ramifications. And this is the only one that had a good one.
Nigga, y'all give it to Phantom on that one, y'all. Thumbs up that one. I like that one. That makes sense. That right there makes a lot of sense. Because I just don't think they lost every last battle. Like out of 14 million, 14, you only win.
Like, you know, what if one time they won and then, but the ramifications was like nuclear and everyone in the world dies. Like, and then what if in one timeline, half the world dies and then.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Strange is looking like, look, Thanos really is the 1996 Chicago Bulls.
Hey. I'm just saying.
Only one thing can stop their reign, and that's Michael Jordan retire.
Man, he got 6 of them. Think about it. 6 stars, 6 rings. I'm just saying, because I'm like, it really bothers me. Like, bro, you can't tell me you look into the future, see 14, all you win is one? I think
so. With Spider-Man comes before Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
December.
Do you think Spider-Man is going to be picking up the like pretty much ramifications like of Loki? Do you think it's going to be Doctor Strange that does it? Or do you think that because of these multiple timelines that have branched off, that's where we're going to get the 3 Spider-Man in the movie?
I
don't know, but I know the current Spider-Man we have said, fuck this shit, give me a lawyer because I ain't killed nobody.
Hey, I ain't getting me something.
Just because I'm from Brooklyn don't mean I do Brooklyn shit.
Nah.
Wow. You just stereotyped the whole people.
Yep.
The thoughts and views that come out of Kid Phantom's mouth do not express the thoughts and views of the rest of the two on the Blurred Spot podcast. They are clearly only his own thoughts and views. Please do not unfollow us. Thank
She
you.
went straight to the Miss Minute voice. She went straight to her Miss Minute voice. And ain't Miss Minute the countryest person? She's the most southernest.
Look, she was like, and then baby, we gonna just thank you. Yeah. No, you got the variants. And I was like, dang, she country.
Yeah, straight Alabama. Shout out to everybody in Alabama. She's like, yeah.
My best friend actually said, I don't know why you saying nothing. She sound like you. No, she doesn't, sweetheart. We don't talk like that.
Oh man, they do us so wrong. But yeah, it's like I just don't like the fact that the only confusing part about this whole thing is Loki, damn Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, like everything tied to the multiverse. Spider-Man can flip from side to side. Strange can go from in and out. Then you got Wanda that's a Nexus being, Loki the Nexus being. You got all these people, but then they say two Nexus beings can't coexist on one planet. I'm like, bro.
You know, it's crazy. Loki is Marvel's Flash when it comes to fucking up the timeline. Like, Loki out here just fucking up the timeline. He pulling the Flash like a mug.
Tara Strong is Miss Minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that.
I just think it's Phase 4 is very confusing. Like, it's very confusing.
Like, it is. And I think it's confusing. The setup is what's confusing. I think once the pieces fall into place more, it's gonna be like, oh, I don't even know why I was so fucking confused. I'm slow. But for now, the setup for it is just like,
because they did everything freaking backwards. Falcon and Winter Soldier supposed to come out first. No, Black Widow, Falcon, Winter Soldier, WandaVision, then Loki. No, wait, yeah, like that. But then pandemic hit, pushed everything around from behind. So it's like
stupid ass COVID.
It's like now I'm gonna talk about Black Widow because I got a bone. I ain't got no bone. I'm like, I gotta get a woman's opinion on this one.
You got a bone?
You dirty bastard. Not a dirty bastard.
Knock on wood, huh? they just keep writing themselves.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I got it.
So what's up? Woman's opinion. What about it?
All right. Scarlett Johansson said she was kind of up and on about the whole Black Widow they sexualized her. And somebody said, yo, you was Black Widow like how long? And now
so for one, I don't think they sexualized her because
they did.
She never
Iron Man 2, yeah, they did. But
kinda. Okay, so not outfit wise, because it was skin tight, but
could she breathe?
I guess I asked that, like, why all of a sudden now? It almost seems like because they're such a strong now her doing that to me, and I could be completely wrong, and I don't, if something happened to her, I don't victim blame or none of that. I'm just saying it's odd that when your time is up with making money with Marvel, now you have a problem with something Marvel did. And it's like if you really,
she's brought this up before, but she's also stated, and this wasn't in this most recent article, but she stated that she didn't like the over sexualization of the character. She was on the fence about coming back until they explained to her that she's a assassin, she's an agent, this is how it happens. It's the comics. Like, they told her to go read on her character.
Right.
And she did. This is what made her eventually stay. Like she said, over time, the character became less sexualized and more vital or integral to the part of the team. So she didn't like it at first because she was the over-sexualized character in one movie. Right?
So basically, someone is taking a quote and misconstruing it.
Yeah, basically they asked her about
Okay.
it. She repeated herself, but they ain't do a follow-up question and let her answer the follow-up.
Oh, they pretty much hit her with the Captain Marvel, making her sound she hate white guys. And all she said was, I don't think a bunch of old white men should be judging these kind of movies. And
Why
makes
not?
sense.
I don't disagree with.
Makes sense to me.
I don't disagree with.
I disagree, not
I
disagree.
don't think
You gotta
it.
remember.
I don't think it should be a. Okay, so maybe she should have said it like this. I don't think it should be a panel of only old white men that criticize the movie. There should be a
Because
little
my
bit
thing
more
is-
diversity.
And this goes back to fanboys. You gotta remember, these old white men was around when the very first issue dropped. These old white men were young ass boys when that first issue dropped. That's probably why they got a panel of old white men judging these films.
But the thing is, for anything, there should be diversity.
And
It should
before
definitely
we
be
wrap up,
diversity. I'm not
There
knocking it.
shouldn't. There shouldn't be. There shouldn't just be old white men. There should be old white women, young white men, young white women, young black men, young black women, old black women. You know, there should be a panel. I mean, I ain't got to say you got to get everything of everyone, but it should be diversity involved when you do this, because if you do have more women on the panel, then especially when you do a screening to like a test screening, you know, maybe some women can give you an input on what you did with the character that could probably save you some hassle in the long run. Or
Right.
a black character, you're like, maybe you shouldn't do that because it's kind of stereotypical and it's not going to go over well. Versus just old white men, they're like, yeah, but we like it because it's all they're used to. They're used to stereotypes. They're used to gender roles of stereotypical, overly sexualized women because that's what they grew up on.
right?
But that don't make it right.
Right. And before we wrap up, I just want to say I agree with everything you said, because you can't have some grown ass white guys judging the kids' movie. Like, dude, you gotta, I would literally, as cliche as saying, you gotta have like a bunch of kids judge like a Disney Pixar movie. Like, get a panel of 8 and 9 and 5-year-olds to watch this movie. Let them, cause ain't nobody more honest than some goddamn kids. Ain't nobody, yo, what ain't this movie Mahalo? It's actually trash, sir. Kids, all right. Shit, all right. That's
Yeah, we got a group of kids between the ages of 6 and 14, and they all say it's trash.
Someone, yep.
I think your panel should be the demographic you're looking for.
Yep.
Because with Black Panther, there's no reason. So I'll use Black Panther as an example. There's no reason why a panel of all white men should be the panel for the movie when that's not your target audience.
Yep.
Your target audience are Black people between the age of 6 all the way to 50.
Yep.
That should be your panel. And I kept it at 50.
It's a superhero movie. So their panel could be anybody, any color from 6 to 50.
It could be, but but let's be real. It's an Afrocentric movie that you want the Black dollar for.
Let's go even deep. Let's go even further with this shit real quick. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, a group of straight guys or women should be judging LGBTQ community movie. Because a lot of us can't relate to that movie. Their jokes may not hit. The jokes that they may have.
You know, a joke that you think is funny could be totally offensive to them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because you don't know.
Joke that's going around on TikTok. And what it is this girl, this guy, girl, I don't know how to politically say this. So I'm trying my best. It's a transgender man. He was born a man and is now female.
Right.
So it's trans woman.
Surgery, whatever. People have been telling her or him, or I don't know which pronouns that this person goes by. They're telling them, born a man, always a man. And they did a little TikTok video, right? And it's like she's like saying shut up, and then she elbows like the camera. And there's a bunch of guys who are doing this thing, they like weave and then hit the camera back. Like, and everybody's like, see, like a whole bunch of people think it's funny. But the person who did the video, the original video, she don't think he or she does not think it's funny.
Just call them they, them when you don't know a pronoun.
Yeah.
I was
They don't
I
think-
was educated. I was educated by someone in that community to say that when you don't know.
We don't know. Thank you for letting me know.
They specifically said, like, they did a video on TikTok, like, and this is why people don't like telling you that we're trans and stuff like that. And I get it. But there's a bunch of comments saying that the people who are hopping on the train or on the video with you aren't hitting you back because you're trans, is because you swung first. And that was the joke. But because they don't see it as a joke, they see it as somebody hitting somebody back for being trans. So that's why I was saying that's what it was.
That's why you need it. It's all about your perspective, and that's
my thing. Like I took it as a joke. I thought it was damn funny because nobody in their comments, or I mean not in their comments, but in the description of the video on TikTok when they stitched it or whatever, said they were hitting back because it was a trans person. They were only hitting back because she elbowed the camera, like she swung at the camera. And everybody, only thing they're doing is weaving the hit and hitting back.
Right. Yeah, so that just points out, why a diverse panel is needed, because what's funny to some may not be funny to others. And it gives people a different perspective of why it could or could not be funny. Because I could see it from both sides, especially if you're the poster, you might be a little bit in your feelings because no telling what's happened to you in your life, being a trans person. So, but as someone who just, thought I'd make a funny reaction video to something, could have had no malice or no ill will towards that person at all.
Because let's get it real. A lot of people hop on trend just because it's trend. They don't know what the hell's going on. And that's my issue with a lot of stuff. But like I said before we get out of here, I don't think if you're not a part of a certain community, you should not be able to have an opinion on that community. I may be wrong, forgive me.
Agree. Because I say this all the time. You will never understand what it's like to be Black because you're not Black. Period.
Like, that goes for Asians, whites, anybody. I can't. It's like certain things I may not understand in your community. You got to educate me. You got to, okay, cool. I understand.
I've gotten educated on a lot of LGBT things because I was ignorant. I didn't know. I mean, it wasn't like a willful ignorance. It's just, I'm not a part of the community. So there's things I'm not privy to unless someone educates me.
And like, they may have lingo that we don't know, and we hear somebody else say it, then it's like the N-word for us. You say they may be ready to snap you up. Like, I didn't know. But we know
actually learned that some, not all, find the word tranny offensive.
I don't even use that word. I don't even like that. That's like
I've only used that word while singing a song by RuPaul called Tranny Chasers.
So, it's one of those things that some people do find that word derogatory, and
you'll get snapped up saying it. But like we always say, this has been thank y'all. I think we went all over the place this episode.
We did. Thank you for following along.
Yeah, we hope
y'all come back.
Yeah, we hope we didn't offend anybody with any of our comments. We were really asking questions towards the end. We just, just putting our opinions out there about who should be judged.
If there's anything y'all want to educate us on when it comes to LGBT community, when it comes to Asian community, any community, if there's anything you feel like you would like to educate us on, because we are not a part of those communities, feel free. Just don't try to educate me on something that I'm a part of, which is the Black community. Thank you.
Because because we are very Black. Just because she's fair-skinned, she's very Black. She keeps hot sauce in her purse and a tech
swag.
And
that's so stereotype. I do like hot sauce. I'm about to go eat some watermelon. I'm not lying. I really am. I just bought some.
Kool-Aid?
I don't drink Kool-Aid no more.
She did got some Diddy on it.
If you put salt in Kool-Aid, it's technically Gatorade. I'm just saying.
You know what?
I'm about to go eat my watermelon with my tahini.
You know what? This has been the Blur Spot Podcast. I'm your host, Jules 88, Crystal Bay, and the homie Kid Phantom. And thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week. And we are out of here.
Peace.
Thank you for watching the Blur Spot Podcast.